Welcome to Vision MBA. Today we will understand daily routine for the CET examination. Now, if you are someone who is preparing to appear in CET 2021 and you are not sure how to schedule your day and how you must study in a day, and of course in the evening or at night, so this video is definitely going to help you. Maybe you are a student who's going to appear in CET 2021, or maybe you are a working professional. Now, why fire with working professionals? Because we all know our dash is always on fire when you're working. Well, CET examination is all about two things, guys. Yes, it's just about two things. The first is selection of question. Now, there is no shortage of question, guys. There are going to be 200 questions for you guys to select and attempt, but the time management is most important. So selecting the right kind of questions to attempt in just 150 minutes. Now, I said 150 minutes. How many questions are there? There are going to be 200 questions, guys. So it is of utmost importance that you utilize given 150 minutes selecting the right kind of questions so that you get the maximum right answers. And yes, we all know in CT examination there is no negative marking. Now, why I spoke about this before I tell you how to schedule your day, because you must know what kind of questions and what kind of situations you are going to be into. Now, well, you could be, there are two levels, guys. Maybe you are in level 1. Level 1 is nothing but when you are still trying to understand concepts and what kind of questions are there. So maybe if you're someone who's trying to understand concepts and type of question, you're still going through that phase, that means you are in level 1. Now there is second level, there is another level, that is level 2. Level 2 is nothing but when you already know what kind of questions are there in CET examination and the concepts. Maybe you are someone who attempted CET 2020 or you are preparing for other examinations. So all what is needed for you is to practice. So basically there are two levels based on your performance at this point in time. Maybe you are in level 1 or level 2. So, of course, maybe you are a student or a working professional, maybe you're in a level 1 or level 2. So, let's talk about level 1. It doesn't matter whether you're a working professional or a student, let's talk about level 1. Now, if you are yet to get the type of questions and concepts, then you must invest time for each section like verbal, quant, and DILR every day if possible. Yes, why I said if possible, of course, there are times, there are days when you are unable to study. It is to avoid boredom of doing one thing for too long. Now, why I said you must also attempt all these three sections, or I'll not say attempt, I must say you must invest time to study verbal content DILR, because if you keep on studying one thing for too long, you get bored. So, to keep the boredom away, it is important that every day you must study little bit verbal, quant, and DILR. That way, you are going to prepare all three sections nicely. Study at least 3 hours minimum every day. Now, guys, if you are a student, there are no excuses. If you are a student, then there is no excuse of time that I am tied up, I do not have much time. You must and you should at least invest 3 hours every day to study. And remember, there are no excuses. Mix and match. Mix and match means that means you have to study verbal, quant, and DILR. The moment you are bored of one topic, go to another, but then make sure that every day you invest 3 hours every day to study. If you are a working professional, then you have to work harder than other guys. Of course, there are no excuses there also. Now, how you going to do that? Maybe at the time when you are traveling to work, maybe in the office, if the workload is less, you can invest some time in studies. You can carry a book with you. You can take help of your colleagues, your boss. You can inform them if you can. Or maybe whenever you are home, make sure that some time you invest. I am not expecting you guys to invest 3 hours every day, but then, guys, yes, weekends are always there. However, weekends are always there to catch up. For the working professionals, you have to work hard, guys. Yes, because you will be thanking yourself later in the future. Moving on. Keep on mixing stuff. Make sure that every day you study verbal content DILR. Do not get stuck to just one topic. Keep on doing random questions. try to attempt various kind of questions. As I said, in CET examination there are going to be 200 questions asked, and what kind of questions are there? Different random questions that you can know from the reference book, and of course your guides and teachers will help you understand the type of questions asked, guys. Understand the concept and approach, because if you are not sure what kind of questions are there and how to approach them, your concept is not clear, you won't be able to get a good stuff in, or the good mark in the examination. Let's understand about the verbal section first. Now, every day, try to attempt 2 RCs, 2 reading comprehension, in whatever time you're investing in verbal, and try to attempt just 2 para jumble. Attempt at least 5 grammatical questions like spot the error, sentence correction. Of course, when you're going to study, you'll get to know what kind of questions are there, and I'm sure you guys must be knowing it that already. Read frequently asked words in examination. Now, it is for vocabulary, guys. Verb is nothing but comprehension. That means you read, you understand, and you answer the questions. And then, of course, grammatical questions are there. And then few questions are on vocabulary. They are going to ask you fill in the blanks and stuff like that. Seek guidance from your mentor and refer to the prep books. I'm sure you guys are already enrolled into a coaching class. If not, you must be preparing from some books, and these books are going to give you the kind of words which are usually asked in CT examination. And of course, make sure that you have a guide, you have someone who will mentor you, suggest you what needs to be done. Do this every day. Make sure that without fail, you at least attempt these many questions. Now, people will say 2 RCs is too less. Guys, do the maths. If you're going to attempt 2 RCs every day, in 30 days you're done with 60 RCs. And of course, you're going to go slow, so the concepts are going to make sense. So number of questions are less, but that way you will be at least you'll be regular. Now let's come on to the quant section, guys. Practice arithmetic. Now, of course, in arithmetic there are many types of question. Then practice algebraic questions. Arithmetic, you got profit and loss, ratio, proportion, time and work. And then practice geometry. Now, guys, in CET examination, one section doesn't hold that much punch because there is no negative marking, there is no sectional cutoff, and there is no sectional time limit. So people who are scared of quant, they need not to be worried about it. Why? Because there are 50 questions but under the quant section, but actually there are 15 questions, 1 5 on core quant. And then I'm sure even if you're from a commerce background, you know profit and loss, you know percentage average, you can easily do it. Try to go through previously asked questions, guys, to gauge the type and practice as per that, keeping your strength and weakness in mind. I want to apologize for the typing errors there, and you and weekend in mind. Weakness it should be, and you apologize. Moving on, logic is the most important section, guys. Out of 200 questions, remember guys, I said there are 200 questions. Out of 200 questions, there are going to be 100 questions asked on this section. Logic section has 100 questions. You must practice the type of questions asked, because there are random kind of questions asked, and every question has their own unique way to attempt in the least time possible. As I've already mentioned, CET examination is all about time management and of course selection of question. You must practice the type of questions asked to manage time and do the right selection of question on the examination day. Now, remember guys, remember this point. Study for at least 3 hours every day. Mix and match, and of course you do not have any excuse if you are a student, but if you're a working professional, you can catch up on weekends. Focus on each section, keeping your strength and weakness in mind. Always seek guidance from your mentors. Focus on concepts and type of questions asked in the examination, so you are prepared for various type of questions in the examination. Remember guys, CT will judge you on time management and selection of questions. Once again, I'm telling you that. Now for the level 2. Now that was for the level 1 if you're still understanding the concepts and type of question. But if you are on level 2, if you already know the concept and type of question, then you must practice as much as you can. Of course, how to practice? Let's understand that. Moving on, guys, how it's to be done. Make sure that you guys already know what's what of CET exam. Of course, you guys know that, right? So you know the type of questions and also the approach. Now, you must hone your skills. That means you already know what kind of examination CET is, how to approach the questions, the type of questions. So, with practice, you sharpen your skills, you sharpen the X, attempt mocks. How you going to do that? Attempt mocks, analyze them, and work on your mistakes. It's absolutely fine to do the mistakes, but it's not at all accepted to repeat them over and over again. How many mocks? This is a question people ask me. So, how many mocks a person should attempt so that they get a classy score in the exam? Now, well, guys, remember it's always about quality and not quantity. Of course, there is a rat race is going on, and that rat race is already arranged by the coaching classes because they want to sell mocks. The moment you get the hang of pattern and made a plan of approach, then you are ready. So that's what the mocks are for. Attempt at least 3 mocks every week, but still, if you want to know what is the number, the magical figure, at least 3 mocks every day once you are done with the concept and the type of question. So at least 3 mocks every week, and not just that, analyze your mistake and make a note of them. Now, why you attempt mocks? So that you realize where you are going wrong, what you can do better, how you can attempt more number of questions, consuming least possible time, so that the number of overall score increases. Try not to repeat your mistakes, guys. Now, make sure that you relax and unwind in between. It is of utmost importance that you relax yourself always. You can meditate. Make sure that you can meditate. You can hang out with your friends. You guys can work out. Workout is also a great way to relax your mind. And of course, keep calm. I hope this small video and presentation will help you to understand how to plan your day for the CET examination and how to prepare for it. Best of luck and do